It's official. Joel Embiid is done for the season. A move I think we all knew was coming eventually at some point. The only hope was that you were hoping that when he consulted with the doctors, that they would come up with some sort of surgical solution. I know that sounds screwed up to say, like, you hope something is wrong, but I hoped something was wrong so that there could be a solution to this. But instead, the worst case scenario was unfolding, in which that they're pretty much saying, like, there's nothing more we can do. We can try, injections for the pain, and we can give it more rest, but this is pretty much what we're dealing with. So that's a disaster. And I touched on that in the last video about how it was a disaster to extend him. I'm not even going to go into that. Um, Basically, it just tells us that they're beginning the tank for the rest of the season. If I had it my way, the Sixers would lose every game the rest of the year. I would play Tyrese Maxey and Paul George. Hopefully, Paul George boosts his trade value a little bit. The minute they play a team like the Raptors or the Pelicans or the Jazz or the Hornets, any team that they're capable of beating, they need to sit everybody. Play Andre Drummond out there, have him play point guard, have Bona play power forward or small forward, have guys purposely airball every shot. I don't care. Lose as many games as possible. The Sixers will only keep their pick if it lands inside the top six. Now, this is due to that not stupid, but a necessary Al Horford trade because he's stupid and he sucked here. So when Daryl Morey took over, he traded Al Horford and this pick protected 1 to 6 for Danny Green. That was way back in 2019, 2020. So if the Sixers fall to 7 in the lottery, they lose their pick. So let me break down the percentages for you. Right now, they have the 6th worst record. Toronto is creeping up on them. New Orleans is creeping up on them. The Sixers have 20 wins. Toronto has 18 wins. So if the Sixers finish with the 6th worst record, they have a 45% chance of keeping their pick. If they somehow, and there's a good chance that Toronto passes them, if they finish with the 5th worst record, they have a 64% chance of keeping their pick. If somehow Toronto and a team like New Orleans, who's been playing better lately, pass them, and the Sixers finish with the 4th worst record, they have an 81% chance of keeping their pick. Now, this is all going to come down to the lottery balls on the day of the draft lottery, but, it's pretty clear that this is, like, monumentally important that they keep losing games. There is nothing to play for at this point. Tyrese Maxey went 0 for 10 from 3 the other night because he has busted fingers. If he can't play, sit him. Paul George has already talked about how he's had to take drugs and take, injections to help his body. He can't dribble. There's something wrong with his left hand. Sit him if, if there's something wrong with him and he can't play. The most important thing, if there's anything that comes from this absolutely terrible season in which everything has gone wrong, in which even Jared McCain, the lone bright spot next to Tyrese Maxey, has gotten injured, let it be that you get to keep your pick. Forget Cooper. Like, don't get me wrong. I want Cooper Flagg. I want the number 1 pick. But even just getting a top 4 or just keeping the pick in general would be huge. So the rest of the season, they need to shamelessly tank. You're playing the Toronto Raptors, that's a must-lose game. Paul George, sit out. Tyrese Maxey, sit out. Play with 5 available players. Hell, play with 4 available players. I don't care. But those are must-lose games. You're already stuck with this Embiid contract. It is of the utmost importance that they keep their pick. So we'll follow that and we'll see what happens with Embiid. I don't know what treatment options there are. Maybe more rest than he got in the offseason will help. Maybe he can, go like the Kobe route and go to Germany and get some stem cell injections. I don't know. I really don't think there's that many options. I just think this is the new norm for him, unfortunately. I would love to be wrong. But right now it's not looking good. But as of now, this signifies that the Sixers are fully, they don't really have a choice, but it's pretty clear now that they need to lose the rest of the year. So hopefully they keep losing. We'll see what happens. But for now, that's it. And I'll see you next time. Give me a like. Give me a subscribe. Leave a comment. Do something. Hit that little bell at the bottom. Notifies you when I made a new video. And I'll see you next time.